the US Secretary of State on what he says is a mission to open lines of communication between Washington and Beijing. Antony Blinken met Foreign Minister Qin Gang for talks and a working dinner on Sunday. The highest-ranking US official to visit in 5 years, Blinken's trip follows concerns that mounting tensions between the two sides could spiral into conflict. In recent weeks, Washington has accused the People's Liberation Army of unsafe maneuvers by military jets and warships in the South China Sea. China cut military communications with the US after former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan in August. China considers the self-ruled island Chinese territory and opposes any official contact between Washington and Taipei. The Chinese are also protesting US sanctions imposed on Defense Minister Li Shangfu following the purchase of Russian weapons in 2018. Another point of contention, restrictions on Chinese technology companies due to security and human rights concerns. Concerns Beijing has dismissed as attempts to contain Chinese progress and economic growth.
The problem from the Chinese side is that they see these words as not being fully backed up with actions, right? So on the one hand, you've got these kind of positive signals from the president and a number of senior officials. On the other hand, the U.S. still appears to be kind of marshalling its allies to stymie China, to cut it off from key technology.
In turn, China has tightened its own national security, launching investigations into several U.S. consultancy firms and banning sales of the U.S. chip company Micron. Blinken's visit was initially planned for February, but postponed after the shooting down of a suspected Chinese spy balloon. Expectations are low for any breakthrough, though analysts say some dialogue is better than none. Despite deep distrust on both sides, it's hoped Blinken's visit will pave the way for more high-level meetings and a meeting between Presidents Xi Jinping and Joe Biden later this year. They last met in November on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Indonesia. But before another is planned, Beijing will look for assurances that Washington is committed to putting relations back on track, as the Chinese describe it, and respecting what they say are China's core interests. Katrina, Jazeera, Beijing.